Hi, I'm Angela Meiritz-Reid from Stampin' Beauty in Christchurch, New Zealand. Today I wanted to show you how I created the card for the Around the World on Wednesday blog hop. This month we're showcasing all things crafty, and we chose something that we liked out of the new annual catalogue. I chose the Tasteful Touches stamp set. I love all the images and the fonts. So I'll show you how I set about making my card. Firstly, I started off with a piece of Calypso Coral cardstock. Just fold that in half. Use my bone folder. Create a crease. And then I've got a piece of Whisper White cardstock that is 5mm smaller than the outside area of the card. I'm using the foliage image, which is this one here. I don't use my stickers on the back, so you can't see. And I'm using the Calypso Coral stamp set. I re-inked it this morning, so let's hope it is okay. So I'll just randomly, yes, it's lovely and juicy now, randomly stamp this image along the edge of the cardstock. There's no point filling in the middle because that's going to be covered up. Turning round, I don't want them all facing the same way. They kind of fit quite well in there. I'll just, this is a tip from Shannon West, to use your bone folder just to pull the ink pad and flick it over. This makes it a bit easier if you have trouble getting your fingers in the gap. I'll just pop that stamp to the side. So now what we're going to do is, while we're here, we'll adhere that to the back, adhere that to the card base. So I'm just using some glue, some of the Tombow. I'm looking forward to my new Stampin' Up Stamp and Seal, I think it's called, arriving, so I can use that. So I'll just pop that on there, set that aside to dry. Now the next step I'm going to do is put a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and it's 8.5 by 12 centimeters, and I'm going to use this die. Now this one is from the Nature's Thoughts dies, so it's got the little dotted edges in there, which I thought looked pretty. So run that through the Big Shot or your whatever you've got. I'm looking forward to being able to order the new one of those too. So I've already done that. So that, I think that looks really pretty. The next thing we're going to do, I'll just bring in my piece of bit of paper to stamp off on. And I'm using Daffodil Delight, and this is the filigree image. What I like to do is just have a wee test, bit of scrap paper just to make sure I like the way it stamps. I'm just going to stamp that here, and then I'm going to stamp another one. I might turn that around there, and then I'm just going to do one more stuff here stamped off, just to give it a bit of variation in colour. And once again, just fold that across, flick it over. next step is I'm going to layer that up onto my card front using dimensionals. Just place those, not too many but enough so it won't sag. Just quickly pull those backs off. Bring that back in here, and I'm just going to line that up so it's hopefully in the middle. Now the next step is to got a piece of cardstock and the Flirty Flamingo ink pad, and I've got the floral image in this set. Stamp that in Flirty Flamingo. Just move all those out of the way so I don't end up dropping something onto an ink pad or a stamp that's inked up that I haven't cleaned yet. Then I'm just going to quickly fussy cut around this. And if you're adverse to fussy cutting, you could change this up for an image that does have a coordinating die. But this is, I think, a pretty simple flower to cut around. It's not too intricate. And I always leave a little white border around. Right, and we've got, so that didn't take too long, relatively easy to do. Now the next thing I'm going to do, you can see I've added some swirls of linen thread to the back of the flower. Unfortunately, I've run out of linen thread, and as my lovely white baker's twine is no more, I have to think of what I'm going to use in future. But I do have a little bit of left this twine, which was from a card kit, so that I didn't end up using, so I'll just use that. I did put quite a few dimensionals on the back of this. It's because the twine, just find it needs it for the twine. So I've done a little one and a couple of big ones there, so I'll just go around. Little one there. It's always hard thinking about where they go when it's on the back. You've got it on the, you know, back to front, but anyway, you can always move them around later. And then a couple sort of over here. Oh, yep, looks, oh, I've put them, see it's tricky on the other side, but that's right. We can work with that. And then what I tend to do, if like this, if you're worried that the dimensional's not going to stick because there's a lot of linen thread or whatever you've used, just add a bit of glue to it. And also what I've added glue to this one too, because what I find is it gives you a bit of ability to move it around if you're not quite sure where you've put it. You know, like where you've put it, so you can slide it around. Right, so I think actually that looks all right. The next thing I'm going to do is add the rhinestones. Now the rhinestones are, as you can see, in Calypso Coral. So what I've done is using the blends and the paint brush end, I've just coloured those in. So for any blends, you can do this with any blends, and you can use it on pearls as well. So straight away you've got coordinating embellishments. And then I've put a bigger one up here, one here. And I always do that, sort of try and get it in a bit of a triangular sort of shape. Then also I've done hello. Now this saying in this one is just saying hello, but I didn't want anything quite as big. So what I've done is I've got my bit of Calypso Coral cardstock, and just use my embossing putty. Oopsie, that wasn't very clever, was it? And as I don't want the whole sentiment, I'll just stamp that off the bottom. And my white embossing powder. I'll just quickly set that. This I have fussy cut as well. It is a little bit fiddlier, but I'll just quickly show you. It's not too, but if you didn't want to be fussy cutting, you could use a different sentiment from another set, one that you could just punch out with the classic label punch, or a coordinating die. I like to use, try out using all the sentiments and stamps from one set. And I don't think anyone, or I hope no one's going to say, oh, you've done a very good job of that fussy cutting. They might not say it to my face, but I don't think people do really critique them as much as we perhaps critique them ourselves. So it didn't really take too much time. Oh, and before I adhere that, what I'm going to do is got my Winker Stella. I'm just going to paint that all over the flower. A little bit of glittery sparkle. And then to adhere this to my card, I just want, see that's already on dimensional, so I just want the last part of the hello. So what I'm going to do, so I've already cut some in half here, they're just the mini dimensionals, and I'll just pop a couple of those on those thicker parts. Take the backs off. And then here just add a bit of glue where it's going to go over the top of the flower. And what I've also done is flicked some of the Wink of Stella over my project. So if it doesn't come out as much as you'd like, just give it a wee bit of a squeeze and then flick it. Should get some better size blobs. Might be running out. Might need a new one. Yep, there are some bigger spots on there. Not sure if you can see them on the camera. But anyway, yes, so there's my project. Quite a simple and easy project, but quite effective and pretty colours together. So thanks for watching, and I hope you'll follow along the hop and enjoy the other projects by the rest of the team. Thanks for watching. Bye.